They say a mother's love is pure. But what happens when love turns into something else, something possessive, unhealthy, and quietly destructive? My name is Rebecca, and this is the story I will carry to my grave. Hi everyone. You are welcome to my channel. If you like our stories and similar infidelity stories, please do well to subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. And if you are already a subscriber, thanks for stopping by, and do not forget to turn on your notification button so as to get notifications anytime we post our stories. Now let's dive into the gist. My name is Rebecca. I live in Washington with my husband, Lucas, and our 4 children. For most people, we look like a perfect family. But if you look closely, you'd see the cracks that started forming long before our last child, Daniel, was even born. Lucas was always busy. Work came first, then travel, then silence. The house felt empty most of the time, even with children running around. I did my best. I loved my children deeply, but it was Daniel who made me feel seen. He was different, kind, gentle, always by my side. When he finished high school, he took a gap year to stay home before college. We started spending more time together, cooking, cleaning, watching movies. And maybe I should have noticed when I began looking forward to those moments too much. When I smiled too wide when he walked into the room. I told myself it was normal. A mother's pride. A mother's bond. But something was changing inside me. It wasn't about Daniel. It was about the loneliness, the years of silence from Lucas, the way I had become invisible even in my own home. But Daniel saw me. He listened. And in those quiet nights on the couch, watching romance films and laughing together, a dangerous seed was planted. One afternoon, everything changed. Daniel's girlfriend, Jane, came over. I liked her. Sweet girl. Polite. But something inside me tightened when I saw her holding Daniel's hand. They went into the backyard. I stood by the window, watering my plants like I always did. That's when I saw them. They thought no one could see. I should have looked away, but I didn't. Something deep inside me twisted. A strange jealousy. Not motherly. Not protective. Just wrong. I turned away, ashamed, but the image stuck with me like a dream I couldn't escape. That night, I couldn't sleep. My thoughts weren't clear. My heart beat fast, confused by what I had seen and how it made me feel. I told myself it was nothing. Just emotions. Just a woman forgotten for too long. But the next morning, I looked at Daniel. Just wrong. I turned away, ashamed, but the image stuck with me like a dream I couldn't escape. That night, I couldn't sleep. My thoughts weren't clear. My heart beat fast, confused by what I had seen and how it made me feel. I told myself it was nothing. Just emotions. Just a woman forgotten for too long. But the next morning, I looked at Daniel differently. Not with love, but with a dangerous kind of attention. I tried to push the feelings away. I started going to church more often, taking long walks, avoiding moments alone with him. But he noticed. He asked me if I was okay. I lied and smiled. I didn't tell anyone. I couldn't. Because how do you confess something you can't even name? Things got worse when Lucas traveled again, 2 full weeks this time. Daniel and I were alone in the house. The silence returned, but now it was louder. We watched a movie together, another romance. I had promised myself I wouldn't, but I was weak. He was laughing beside me, close, comfortable. I couldn't breathe. That night, I cried in the bathroom. I felt like a monster. My mind was sick. I wanted the closeness, but not the sin. I missed my son, and yet I couldn't stop thinking about him in the wrong way. He didn't know what I was battling. He was innocent. Just a young man getting ready for college. I started to avoid him completely after that night. I locked myself in my room. When he knocked, I pretended to sleep. He thought I was sick. Maybe I was. The obsession was like a poison. Silent. Invisible. But it was eating me alive. I thought about running away. I thought about ending my life. Anything to stop this madness. But I had other children. A home. A role to play. So I did the only thing I could do. I went to church the next Sunday. Alone. It wasn't a normal service. I didn't dress up or smile at anyone. I sat in the back, head bowed. After the service, I asked for confession. The priest didn't judge me. He didn't ask for details. He simply listened as I cried and told him that I had loved my son too much and in the wrong way. That I had never touched him. That I had fought it. That I was ashamed. He prayed over me, told me to forgive myself and walk in the light. That day, I felt something lift. Not the memory, not the shame, but the weight. I was still broken, but I had taken the first step toward healing. I never told Lucas. I never told Daniel. He left for college a month later. I hugged him tightly, and for the first time, it felt like I was letting go. Now I live with the memory, the guilt, the secret. But I also live with hope. Hope that I will never be that woman again.
Hope that some parts of me can still be saved. Have you heard or experienced similar situation? Please tell us how you handle it in the comment section, and do not forget to turn on your notification button so as to get notifications anytime we post our stories. Thank you, and see you in my next video.